Hello everyone, I'm Casey the Space Shaman. This is the YouTube channel dedicated to spreading the magic of spirituality and healing to the community of the world. Look how long my hair is now. Man, it is like, if I pull it, it comes down to my shoulders, but it's curly, so it bunches up. But yeah, it's been a little while since I've been on. I've been deep into my own healing journey. It's been challenges along the way, but it has been beautiful. So today I'm going to offer a little group healing session. I want to tell some stories about my adventures with the Norse gods in particular, some cool things that have happened with the Norse gods. And then maybe offer some one-on-one sessions if anyone's in need of individual healing. Brianna says hi. Hi, Brianna. Nice to see you here. Welcome. But yeah, I think we'll just jump right into it. So I'm going to open up sacred space. So this is my Misha. It's my medicine bundle. And I'm going to be calling upon spirits like Pachamama, Mother Earth, Mama Unu, Mother Water, Maira Taita, Father Wind, and certain archetypal spirits like the Puma and the Jaguar, etc. And unless you happen to speak Quechua, you won't understand what I'm saying. You simply will want to be open and receptive and invite these powerful archetypal energies into our space to not only assist us with this group healing that we're about to experience together, but also to lend us their power and create a real sacred medicine space where we can create some very real change for ourselves. So for everyone who's receptive, as I said, you don't need to figure out what's going on or try and do anything. Just be open to receive and invite these spirits into our space. Hey, Pacha Mama, Mama Pacha. Ampui, ampui, ampui. Hey, Mama Aipa, Nusta kuna, Apa kuna, Pakarina kuna, Itu Apu kuna, Amaru, Sachu Mama, Yaku Mama, Machakwaipa, Pachamamita kuna, Ampui, ampui, ampui. Hey, Mama Uno, Mama Kia, Mama Kocha, Bilke Chaiwa, Antarango, Chokin Chinchai, Taxi Lerpu, Ampui, ampui, ampui. Hey, Wilke Waira, Kuna Taita, Siwarkinte, ampui, ampui, ampui. Hey, Wilke Inti Taita, Wilke Nina, Hatan Sumak, Kuntar, Hatan Sumak, Arbe, Taxe Muhu Amaru, ampui, ampui, ampui. Hey, Quichi, Quichi Kuna, Hatan Uma, Donzen Kirkman, Paco Kuna, Misha Kuna, Katari Misha Kuna, Mesa Kuna, Curanderos, Curanderos, Pachimeros, Ayobasqueros, Tabaqueros, Yanapak, Yanapakuna, Sirfahe, Trax, Gram, Sigil, Odin, Thor, Frey, Freya, Frey, Mapacho, Hanavis, Malki, Muki Kuna, Antanchos Kuna, Waskarenka, Wilkanuna Kuna, Wilkanuna Chaska Kuna, Ampui, Ampui, Ampui. Hey, Taxi Muhu Amaru, Tiki Wira Kocha Pachamak, Rau Kuna, Hana Pachakuna, Ampui, Ampui, Ampui. Taking a moment to just be receptive. Noticing any subtle or powerful changes in the way that your body or the space around you feels as these powerful ancient spirits show up to lend us their power and help us to create this medicine space. I would ask for all of those present who are watching to state within your heart if this is true for you, really coming from the center of feeling it rather than just thinking it with your mind. I am open to receive and ready to heal here and now. Bringing your awareness deep into your heart. Feel all of the sensations there. Does it feel light or heavy? What What does your heartbeat feel like? Feel the heartbeat in your chest. Is it fast or slow? Does it feel like there's uncomfortable pressure or pleasant lightness? Just become fully aware of all the sensations, no matter what they might feel like, even if they're uncomfortable, especially if they're uncomfortable. Really bringing your attention into your heart space. And as I begin to sing, I want you to feel the energy carried by the vibration of sound through my voice. To enter into your heart, to begin to soften up anything that might cause it to feel heavy, burdened, or weighed down or closed off. Feel it just gently beginning to soften as I sing. Urvalea morale urana ella si arbore maralenandi urva mari ella sola Uvea nell'aria iovari, mentre ixor ormai. Umere iva la regora, Olore sinora la rete ivura, scumere era via no mai, urellete o medriva meisco, sareirai. Me velado, Ari, Ari, Mari, Uveldrek sondora me veo, Are hiu mai, Uyo, yo, me baila no mai. Ume Allah de anuromo uvena haralovari inoran surugeli arabe morolor veri Ulvarene scovare L'anelle duru vondoru iu Metre legar al sova imea Eri elornai sodre inelle drol Uvendaxi voluran Skereion vura mele Thoveina mei Feeling becoming aware as a downward flow of light begins to pour all around you, around your energy field outside of your body, inside of your energy field, and inside of your body, entering in through the crown and flowing downward. This energy flowing faster and faster with each breath that you take, a downward flow of light energy, faster and faster. Allow it to continually flow faster and faster, softening up and speeding up any heaviness within your body or the space around you, rubbing against any areas of heaviness, and in doing so, dissolving it and turning it back into the light itself. And allow that energy to speed up and flow faster and faster until eventually you feel some sort of phase shift, a shift in the way that the energy feels, until it becomes something new. And until then, it flows faster and faster. Moon night. Moon night. Moon night. Feeling the energy of Munai in your energy field and in your heart, the energy of the power of love, the pure energetic power of love. Not the concept of love that we have here in the West between two people, but the pure universal power of love itself, which has no emotion even, which is just pure power. Feeling that within your energy field. Allow that sensation to soak into every cell in your body. Munai, Munai, Munai. Noticing how things in your body start to feel slightly different. Noticing how the space around you feels different. And if there are any areas where there is anxiety, tension, stress, depression, sadness, I want you to take some breaths and pull this sensation of this new energy into those spaces. You can breathe several deep breaths. Just having your intention that that energy enter into that space and soften it up. Mm. In our collective space, a group of beings has showed up. They're very tall, fair with slightly blue tinted skin, humanoid form, uh, with quite long faces and heads, and white robes. And they have medicine to offer all of those who wish to receive it. If you wish to receive it, simply state your intention, however that seems right for you, and drink their medicine in. Drink this cosmic download, which is a download of really stepping into the energy of acceptance of what is, an energy that seems simple and obvious to some, and a completely foreign concept to others, but is incredibly potent in terms of transforming your experience of reality, simply accepting what is, no matter how it shows up. They're offering a cosmic download to assist with making it easier for us to access that part of ourself that knows how to accept whatever is, without judgment and without resistance. Drink this in if you are willing to receive. Melivamandeyo Elendoru Fadio umedi urai iuvalaren mellaeo Usundeinamae avorandi. Continue drinking this in, this divine, beautiful cosmic light, these codes. And speaking for these beings that have showed up, acting as the translator or the channel for them, you are loved. You are never alone. Many of us have suffered wounds of abandonment. Even those of us who have never been incarnate in a physical body have felt the pain of separation and slowing down, becoming acceptant of what is. You can start to turn inward and find that part of yourself that knows it is never alone. We have never truly separated from the one, from source, consciousness, God, whatever you would like to call it. You are always held. And aside from that, each one of you here on this planet is blessed with allies in spirit that you can call upon at any time. You also have the freedom and the ability to make new allies to connect with them. None of you are limited. None of you are trapped in your physical body. You can, in your own way, learn to explore and interact with these infinite realms that exist. The physical is just another realm among an infinite number of them. And there are so many of us here who wish to assist you, but you have to ask for our help. And we are so happy to help you when you ask. So please reach out to us, to whichever beings of light you feel most comfortable with. Ask us for our assistance, for our help. But when you ask, you must open your hearts to be truly ready to receive, truly ready to take in reciprocity that which you have asked for. If you yourself are closed off, if you don't feel worthy, if you are not acceptant of yourself, then we cannot help you. So slow down, accept reality, and accept yourself. When you ask for our help and are open to receive it, we are here for you. You will not always understand the ways that we are working to help you, but we are here. There is hope for all. Challenges, suffering, these are a part of all of our experiences, not just on earth, but elsewhere in the realms of spirit. They are here for our growth. But the bitter times make the sweet times taste that much sweeter. And reality is a far more beautiful and magical place than most people will ever realize. Once again, we love you. Anaiki Kuyaki. Thank you. These beautiful beings who've offered their medicine to all of us. Anaiki Kuyaki. I think that's a good place to end the group healing session. It was beautiful. I was not trying to channel or call out to anyone. Some beings just showed up and had some medicine for us all. Beautiful. All right, so I got some comments. John says, hello, everyone. Hello, John. D says hello. Hello, D. Rain Cloud says hi. Hi. Kevin, sending you love. So much love. Thank you, Kevin. Sending you love as well. Evelyn Rose says, come to YouTube to find the podcast connecting with coincidence, and Casey is live. Beautiful. Yes. Yes, it's good to be here. It's very good to be here. All right. I think, was that it? I thought I saw another one. I could have sworn. Oh, there is. Kevin says, I need help. I don't know if I'm ready or worthy. Okay. Stick around, Kevin. I want to tell a story first about my interaction with the Norse gods and a journey that I went on. And then I'll open up the space if anyone is in need. And Kevin, you'll be first in line for individual healing. We'll do some one-on-one healings for everybody. I wanted to tell this story because it was a beautiful journey. So I've been doing shamanic journeying, traveling through the realms of spirit since I was young. I don't know, probably like 8 or 9 years old. Moved away from it for a time before my awakening, and then rediscovered it. When I was younger, I didn't know what I was doing. It was just play, but it was shamanic journeying. Brianna says, wow, that was so powerful. Thank you. Marlene says hi and thank you. You're so welcome. So I hadn't been doing shamanic journeying lately. I think like over the past like month, I hadn't really done any. Just the energy didn't feel right for it. And then one night I laid down and I was experiencing some particularly uncomfortable heaviness. It was like depression, anxiety kind of feelings. And so I called out. I called out to help from my my allies, my spirit allies, and they proceeded to perform a really powerful healing on my body. And then towards the end of it, I saw myself in this large open field. And I looked, and Odin was there. Odin, the god of gods in Norse mythology. He's like I don't know how else to describe him. He's like the father of all the gods, basically. He's the OG Norse god, but he was there in this field, and I saw him. And then he pointed out to me that there were these shackles on my wrists, on my ankles, around my neck, and around my rib cage, around my heart. And he said some words to me. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he basically said, it's time for you to finally be free, to let go of these chains. And he said that I can break them for you, but you're the one that has to really free yourself. And so I chose, yes, I am ready to be free. And so there's this powerful energy of these chains breaking. And then he kind of lifted me up and he said, go, brother. And then I started to rise up into the sky, and I saw these Valkyries, and then the Valkyries kind of lifted me up, and I found myself in the land of the Norse gods. And running out from some building structure was Freya, who I'm familiar with. And she came out and gave me a big hug. And everything was so clear and vivid here. Sometimes my journeys, it's more of just feeling my way through, but I could feel, see, hear everything. And it's not always like that. And it was very beautiful. Comes up, gives me a big hug. And then she says, follow me. And we start to walk. And she takes me up on top of this tower. And there was this, I don't know how else to describe it. It was a big bird-like being, but it was like a combination between a bird, a bat, a dragon, and a bee or a wasp or something. It's some kind of creature that just does not exist on this planet, but it was really big. It was really huge. And Freya looks, and there's like this little, like a boar running by, and she grabs it and she throws it up into the air, and this thing grabs it in its mouth, flies, does kind of a circle around and then picks her up on its back, and then starts flying. And as she's kind of flying up into the sky, she says to me, "Come, join me." And I look, and there's another boar right where the other one was. And so I was like, okay. So I grab the thing and I throw it, and another one of these beings was there and ate it and did the same thing, picked me up, and we're flying through the sky. And it was just really a beautiful experience. The sensations there were mountains, and we flew through the clouds, and it was just so beautiful. And we got to a certain point, and Freya is like, take off your clothes. You don't need your clothes here where we're going. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I take off my clothes, and we're flying. And then we start to see this giant, huge mountain off in the distance. And we're getting closer and closer, and it was really cool to see. I never quite seen something like this happen in a journey, but it was like, I don't know, if you're in a plane, this is the only time I can imagine you'd see something like this. But if there's something really far away, like a big mountain like this, you can see it and you know it's big. But as you get closer and closer and closer, you just see how much bigger it was than you thought. And that was kind of how this was as we were getting close to this mountain. It's huge. And then we got up to the mountain and landed on this ledge. And then these two beings that we were riding on walked into like a entranceway. It was like, it looks like a carved kind of hole in the side of this cliff on this mountain. And Freya picks up a torch that was outside of it, and she says, "Can you make some fire to light this so we can see?" So in my hand, I created energetic fire. I lit it, and then we were walking into this tunnel. And as we were walking, there were little passageways, and there were some of the beings that we were riding on, these bird-like, bee-like things, and they would like come out for a second and almost act like, what's going on, like they're checking us out. And one of them was kind of like acted like they were trying to be aggressive and scare Freya off, and she just holds up her hand like this, and the thing kind of relaxes and walks back. And then the same thing happened with me, or I just stick my hand out and the thing just relaxed and went back. And then she leads us, and we walk our way through these tunnels, and we come into this room, and the ceiling looked like um it was like made of some kind of crystal, but it looked almost like honeycomb hexagon type shapes. And in the center of the room, there was this giant uh, blue egg. And Freya walks up to it, and it was kind of on this like beautiful, like pedestal kind of structure thing. And she walks up to it, and I could see her feeding it some light. She said, "You'd go ahead and do the same." And so I wasn't expecting anything to happen other than for me to, feed it some light. And I put my hand up to it, and after I fed it light, it started to kind of woo, 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 glow like this and pulse. And then I saw it crack, a little crack in the egg, and then it opened up, and this one like a baby of one of these bird-like beings comes out of it, and then rushing in come hundreds of these beings, and they grab this being, the newborn bird-like thing. I don't know what to call them. I can't remember what they're actually called, but they they grab this thing, and then they start flying. They fly out from these like holes in the ceiling, and one of them picks me up, picks Freya up, and they fly us up, and they're all flying, and there's like in this beautiful like synchronized spiral up in the sky above the mountain. And then this giant one, about 10 times the size of the others, enters the middle of the spiral, and the one carrying me and Freya bring us into the center to face this being. And they were kind of like making noises, like weird squawking, screeching noises at each other. And then Freya puts her hand on my head and says, "Hopefully now you'll be able to understand them." And suddenly I could understand and what they were saying, and, like get a translation that my mind could understand. And basically, this big being was kind of like the leader, like the king, I guess you could say, of these beings. And the being carrying me was talking to him, and the king said, basically that this egg was the new body for the queen of that race. The queen had passed away, and this body was going to be the body that the queen of this race reincarnated into. And was asking who was the one, what was it, what happened, who was the one that fed the final light that allowed for this being to be born. And the being that I was riding on was saying, it's this one on top of my back. And so the being looks at me and asks, can you understand what I'm saying? And I said, yes, now I can. And he expressed his gratitude, his deep gratitude for this. And so they've been waiting for this for a long time. And and then he basically said, is there anything I can offer you in exchange? Is there anything I can offer you as thanks for this? And my first thought was like, oh no, like I just fed a little energy. I wish I'm just along for the ride. Like I'm just happy. This is a beautiful experience. And then Freya kind of looks at me and reminds me of divine reciprocity. Like it's good to receive back if you've given something. And so I said, well, I guess if I could ask anything, you seem like a very beautiful race of beings. I'd ask only if one of you is willing, if one of you could come along with me and be one of my spirit allies. And the king of these beings agreed and asked if the being that I was riding on would be my ally. And the being gratefully accepted. And then they proceeded to kind of celebrate. And then we flew off. We were flying back towards the land of the gods and these beings. And as I was doing so, I was talking to my new friend, my new spirit ally, and just had a beautiful exchange, a beautiful conversation with them. And then we get back after a time to the land of the gods. And as it was getting close to this area where there's, like the halls, the dining hall of the Norse gods and all of this stuff, as we're approaching it from a little farther away, I can see these huge, like lightning bolts coming from the center of this town or whatever you want to call it. And we get back, and Thor's there, and he's beating his anvil with his hammer, and these lightning bolts or sparks are shooting out as lightning bolts. And he sets it down when he sees us, and he comes and gives me a big hug, and he says, Heimdall told me what happened. This is beautiful. Welcome, brother. And we exchanged, some greetings and things, and then they took me into a dining hall and said, come feast with the gods tonight. And so we went, and there was this big feast, and we were eating and drinking and being merry, and it was a really beautiful experience. And was really interesting is the communication was so clear and effortless. I was asking Odin some things about like Ragnarok, if you know what that is. And like certain things that I was really curious about the Norse gods, and he gave me some really beautiful answers about these things that made a lot of sense to me. And the really interesting part is at the end of this journey, I started to become tired. So as I'm journeying, this was at night. This was before I was getting ready to go to sleep for the night. I was laying down with my eyes closed, journeying. And my physical body started I could feel it was getting tired and was going to fall asleep. And at one point I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I was still in the dining hall with the Norse gods. I had fallen asleep on the chair. So I actually fell asleep, like physically, my body, my brain fell asleep. But instead of waking up in my bed or going into a dream, I was in the journey. Like I fell asleep in the journey and woke up there. And I was like, whoa, I'm like, I've never had this happen before where I've fallen asleep and woken up in a journey space. And I looked over and I said, I'm so sorry. I think I fell asleep. And Thor is like, you don't have to be sorry. He's like, we are free beings here. We can do whatever you want. You can sleep, you can eat, you can shit, you can do whatever the hell you want. Like just so it was a beautiful experience. That was basically the end of it. We just kind of continued to party for a little bit after that, and then I fell asleep. But it was such a cool experience and such a unique and vivid journey that I just wanted to share about that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It was a very powerful experience for me, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I like sharing about these things. That was story time, shamanic story time with Casey, the Space Shaman. I got more comments. Let's see what's going on here. Marlene says hi and thank you. Brianna says, wow, that was so powerful. Thank you, Brianna. Positive Pineapple. Hey, guys. Says, thank you for the powerful transmission. Thank you. Carlos says, welcome back, dude. Thank you very much. My crown chakra just lit up. Feels good, says D. Awesome. The pineapple, a Nike Kuyaki Wilkanuna Wakuchai. You're not getting comments from Facebook. Oh no. Well, head on over to YouTube, guys, if you're on Facebook. John says hi, and Andy says hi. Thank you for sharing your energy healing with us. You're so welcome. Marlene, this sounds amazing. It really was. It was such a beautiful experience. So unique, so powerful. So if anyone would like some, as I sip my water mid-sentence, if anyone would like some individual healing for anything mental, emotional, spiritual, or physical, if you have physical pain or whatever's going on, now's the time to leave a comment. So let me put up a little banner. Oh, and let me mention this as well. If you would like to book a one-on-one session with me for shamanic journeying, so you can experience your own journeying for healing or whatever else, breath work, go to CaseyTheSpaceShaman.com. All the information to contact me is there, and you can schedule directly from the website as well. I do virtual sessions coming up. Within, I believe, starting in December, I will actually have a physical space that I can work out of in Lakewood, Ohio. But no matter where you are in the big wide world, you can receive a session from me because I do most of my work virtually or distance healing wise anyway. So yeah, hop on that website if you would like some healing. Marlene says, I would love some healing. And I just want to make sure, Kevin, you had said first that you were in need of healing. So if Kevin's here, we'll give a moment for him to reply. If not, then Marlene, you'll be first in line for healing. So Kevin, are you still with us? And if you are, what is it that you're in need of healing for? If not, we'll go to Marlene. And Marlene, why don't you go ahead and tell me, because I'm going to get to you after, and Kevin might not be here anymore. So why don't we just go ahead and have you tell me, what is it that you are in need of healing for? Marlene, what is it that you need healing for right now the most? Oh, this is such a beautiful time of year outside the window. The wind's blowing through these beautiful, just amazingly golden leaves. It seemed like overnight, like, I don't know, maybe 5 days ago, a week ago. I don't know how long ago now. Yeah, it was about a week ago. It's like overnight, all this color just appeared, and it's so beautiful. I love the cool weather too. We got this fire going over here, and it's just so cozy. I love it. So yeah, if I start doing these live streams regularly again, then be sure to have your tea ready or your coffee or whatever warm, cozy beverage of choice, and just relax and enjoy some healing. Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, Marlene, what is it that you're in need of healing for? So I'm getting some comments from Facebook, obviously, but if the comments are having trouble coming through, maybe move on over to YouTube. Oh, here it is. I have an uncomfortable feeling in my lung area and is very itching inside. Can be frightening at times. Okay. Uncomfortable feeling in my lung area. Does it actually feel like it's in your lungs? Like, is it making you cough, or is it like towards the surface of the skin? What does it feel like? Does it feel like more like an anxious anxiety type feeling, or what does it feel like? Just be as specific as you can about that. Yeah, you said it's like itching inside. So the itching inside is like feels like it's in the lungs, or what's going on? Do you have difficulty breathing because of this? Yeah, let me know. Mhm. At the back, at lung area. Okay. All right. Marlene, are you really open to receiving healing for this right now? Are you truly open to the possibility that this could shift and start to change for you? Are you really open to receive? I don't think that was a no to what I just asked. She says, no, as in that was for the breathing problems, I believe. I can wheeze occasionally. Okay. So no real breathing problems, but just occasional wheezing. And yes, I am open to receive. Okay, beautiful. Hey! To whichever beings of light and energies hold the perfect medicine to address the deepest wounds and imprints that are causing this discomfort, this pain, whatever is out of balance in the body, to present itself in this sensation in the lungs, whatever else might be present. Those beings that hold the medicine for this, work with me, work through me, work with us. Help us to facilitate the perfect healing for this moment right here, right now. Umpwe, umpwe, umpwe. I'm placing one hand on your back and one hand on the front of your body. In spirit, of course, not literally. Mm, mm. I can see on the inside there is this strange, this isn't physically, this is just a spiritual mass and a mass of energy. It's kind of, it's like a ball that has spikes on it. And it's kind of blue, and it looks like it's giving off like these little yellow electric sparks. So I'm going to reach in spirit, I'm going to make an energetic incision in your back, and I'm going to open up your energy field so that we can access this. And I'm asking my friends in spirit who are very skilled with these subtle manipulations to begin to cut away at this, to free it from the spiritual body. Any emotions that you feel, any discomfort that you feel, just take a deep breath and relax into it, knowing that you are safe. And the thing anchoring it, there's this cord that's anchored from this place in the middle of your body that's like coming out towards the back. It's anchoring in towards the bottom of your heart, um, but it's all throughout the lungs as well. It's the energy of grief, some kind of grief. I want you to feel into that grief that's stored there. It's created, manifested this mass of energy inside. I'm going to grab onto this, and when I pull it out, in a moment, I'm going to guide you through a breath, and I want you to just let whatever emotions need to come out and release in whatever way they need to be released. Let go of your grief. Cry if you can. Laugh if you need to. Whatever needs to come out, just let the emotions flow. Even if there's no big explosion of emotions, just let the emotions start to trickle out. But let go. Let the grief come up and out. Take a deep breath in and hold at the top. Hold your breath. When I count to one, hail. We're coming in and we're making manipulations. We're cutting away some of the energetic infection that was present in this area. Let any emotions come up and out. Don't hold back. Now is the time to feel it so that we can heal it. Let go. It's okay. You don't need to fight or suppress anything anymore. We're beginning to fill all the areas that we've pulled all of this stuff out back up with light now. Sealing the wound. Closing everything up. I want you to take a few deep breaths with me, just in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to hold for a moment, exhale, hold again, and then breathe a big breath of relief in. Starting, if you can't breathe through your nose, then just breathe through your mouth. But if you can, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Starting now. Deep breath in and hold. Exhale. Hold with your lungs empty, just being and feeling your body. No need to breathe, just hold. Deep breath in and hold. Big sigh out. Feeling into your body. Just being present with all of the beautiful energy sensations there. Noticing the shift, the changes, and checking in with your body and noticing how different it feels. Take a moment just to feel. How do you feel now, Marlene? How do you feel? Check in with us. Mm, beautiful. And again, for anyone who's interested in going deeper into their healing work, receiving a one-on-one session, journey, guided breath work, reach out to me. CaseyTheSpaceShaman.com, all the information's there. We can set up a session and go really deep, go even way deeper than we can go in these virtual sessions. It's quite beautiful. So be sure to reach out. Would love to help whoever is willing to receive. Marlene, how are you feeling? And John is saying, oh, here we go. Feels good. I feel a release in that area. Wonderful. Allow that to continue to work its way out. Allow it to continue to go. I would encourage you to lie down if you can after this, if you're able, and just spend a good 30 minutes minimum of just feeling into your body and your emotions. Let your mind say whatever your mind wants to say. Feel whatever emotions arise, feel whatever physical sensations arise without trying to fix anything or change anything. Just be with the sensations, feel them, and allow them to naturally soften if they want to, or if things get really intense, just continue to feel. Just be with whatever is present in your body while doing nothing else whatsoever. That's my recommendation for you. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I've been going on for almost an hour already. I was going to do a couple of healings, but I think for my first stream back, we'll just leave it at one. So everyone else, make sure you are subscribed and have the notifications turn on the YouTube channel so you get notified next time I go live. And then also, once again, CaseyTheSpaceShaman.com. Any donations would be welcome as well in the description below. I have a link to my PayPal where you can donate. Marlene, if you'd like to offer a donation, or at least if you can't offer a donation, share the video, send people my way. That's really appreciated as well. But yeah, anyone that can donate, that just helps me to be able to help more people this way. So thank you all so much. I love you all. Anaiki Koyaiki. Arpi Chai Sangkulai. Have a beautiful, magical day, afternoon, evening. I love you all